Welcome to Aberdeen, Scotland. It's called the Granite City, which is fitting since curling and its stones have been the centre of attention this week. The stones themselves are not made of granite from the local quarries, though, but rather from a small island called Isle of Craig, situated 10 miles west of mainland Scotland. We are, of course, in the northeast, where we find the lovely venue Curl Aberdeen, the hosts of the World Curling Championship 2021. England will play Japan in this session, and we'll meet the teams for England. Ben Fowler will play alongside Anna Fowler, and they will take on a team from Japan, represented by Yuta Matsumura and Yurika Yoshida. All the makings of a classic curling game this morning. We take a look at the standings in Group B. Sweden have qualified with 7 wins. Norway close with 6 and 1. New Zealand, Switzerland, USA all sitting on 4 wins. Japan with 3. Taking a look at all the games to be played this morning, it is China to take on Finland. Switzerland play Estonia. USA play Norway, big game for the Americans, and Sweden look to stay perfect as they take on New Zealand. Taking a look at the rules of play before getting started in mixed doubles, 2 players, 1 male, 1 female. We have 1 pre-positioned stone per team per end. Both teams will throw 5 stones each end as well. The game is scheduled for 8 ends, 22 minutes of thinking time awarded the teams ahead of the game. We'll see the teams and the players play other stones 1 and 5 or the middle 3 stones. They are allowed to switch positions between the ends if they would like, but there are no takeouts, not even stones that are in the house, until the 4th played stone. And also the teams allowed to use a power play at some point during the game. And if this is all news to you, well, I'm sure we'll be able to take you through it. I'm Sander Olvag, joined by Olympic champion Rona Howie. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Xander.
We see a rather poor draw shot by Japan. England comes much closer to the button in pre-game practice. They win last on advantage. So for Ben Fowler, it's just to sit back and let Japan get the show started. Yuta Matsumura will kick out of the left-handed hack. This would be his out turn, or we could simply just call it the clockwise draw, which fits both left and right-handed players alike. And where are we hoping for this first stone to end up, Rona?
So really right on top of that red. It's just over curling. The weight was pretty good. Gives England a chance now to come in and sit on top of that yellow on the inside. Set up a good angle.
No, that's good.
Okay. A bit less, but it's okay.
No, that should be fine because you're playing it wider. 2 inches in.
Okay. And then just back 4 or?
Yeah, back 4 or T's fine. At T, you might overcurl.
Okay, 14 then.
Here's a look at Anna Fowler playing stones 1 and 5 for Team England. So they're looking to maybe just tap the yellow ever so slightly.
Top 8.
Whoa.
Top 4.
Okay.
So maybe a bit shy of weight here. Ben Fowler communicating the weight back to sister Anna.
Down now. Top 4.
Sorry, it's down.
Still ends up in a useful spot for England.
Yeah.
I think
P3 13.75 down this way.
Oh, I got 14.
Okay, yeah. He was
It's not bad though,
tight
actually,
on
is
his
it?
line. It's pretty good though.
Yeah.
A lot of discussion about the weights on different lines.
Well, we did have quite a lot of rain last night and today.
You're in Scotland. What do you expect?
I hope everyone closed their windows when they parked the car last night. The question is if it does affect the ice at all inside the venue. So we'll keep an eye on that. I think the ice makers will have done any adjustments if it has in fact made any changes. So far, it looks pretty similar to yesterday.
And then it's nose for the
Yeah,
shot,
then
right?
it's nose. Okay, I like it.
Sometimes rain and humid weather could raise the humidity in the venue, depending on how airtight it is and how much of a dehumidification you might have. The good thing is, in that sense, that we're not bringing in any huge crowds. They would usually bring in wet clothes, wet jackets, umbrellas, and so on, and bring in a lot of humidity into a venue. Of course, we do miss the roar of the crowd and the Swiss cowbells. So Eureka Yoshida comes on top. Ben Fowler kills the center guard.
They put one in there, we hit the top. Even if they're right behind, I think that was bouncing off. And maybe.
Yeah, England have got last stone here. They wanted to keep the front open.
Yeah, depending on if you go like an easy-ish weight, you'll keep your shooter as well on the same line.
We'll see whether their one ends up on the pin, because if they are right behind, then it might just play a bit more.
Yeah, just spin them all.
It's the same weight again, it's fine.
Yeah. Nice throw, by the way.
Ryan good. Ryan yeah. Ryan good. Green, green.
Pretty important game for Japan.
Ryan's good. Ryan's good.
Playoff hopes looking slim, but to grab a spot for the Olympic Games still within reach,
Yeah.
as far as I can tell.
And keeping your shooter.
Yeah, I should roll away.
Are you going same weight or 8?
I think same weight.
We end up with a lot of hypotheticals at this point of the week.
Yeah, that Olympic spot is what every single nation here wants this week. A lot of pressure on everybody's shoulders.
See the stopwatch for Anna Fowler. Just gonna time the shot for Ben Fowler, thinking we'll see some weight behind this one. It's lined up pretty well for England here to get 2 yellows going and leave the shooter and leave 3 reds in the house, and that's exactly what he'll do here.
Nice.
Really well played.
We might see a double back for Japan, so
I've got another one left.
you can see how when England peels that center guard, it becomes a much more open end.
Well,
They
let's
hit
see.
it, we hit it.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit tricky maybe to get this one off, but let's see what she throws.
I shouldn't be. The angle was really nice beginning on. Touching the back one.
相手こっちでやってたからこっちから行こうかな。
当たり方的にはね、ちょっと外側でもね、後ろ連れていくんだったらそんなに悪くないんでね。
Eureka Yoshida just looking to lift this double on the reds.
Get a good look here. See, it starts to curl a bit at the end. Starts to grab.
On it. Yeah.
Does spill 2 reds. Good shot.
Do we lie there?
Hard to tell who's lying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is shot, right?
Oh, that's first shot.
This one is, I think.
So what they try and figure that out. We'll just have a second
You
look
wanna
at that
hit it
shot by Yoshida.
Need to, right?
Almost over curls, but
Yeah, I think
just
so.
good enough to get 2 reds going.
About 14-2, 14-5.
Not sure if England
Okay.
made out whose shot's stolen here. They're drawing, so there might be shots stolen England, or else they could have played a hit on one of the yellows.
Where?
It's not bad. Top 4, top 8.
Well, curl at the moment. Where?
Top 4, T.
Curl, really big
T.
line.
Oh.
Oh, let it stop. way less ice. Oh no. Okay, go on then. Yep, go.
I don't want to leave a double here on the reds.
14-1. Nice way.
That's just what they've done.
Sorry, yeah.
ベッドは
Right.
You can see the time clocks up on the wall. Each team has 22 minutes of thinking time. It's up to them how they manage that time throughout the 8 ends.
This is Yuta Matsumura's bread and butter shot. Trying to make sure not to jam it here. Of course, Matsumura will not. That looks like a very
What do you think?
I think the hit's easier.
easy shot, but
Okay,
definitely
on the nose.
is not.
Yeah.
Matsumura
Nose or just inside.
just makes
What
it
do you
look
think?
easy.
8 there.
And Japan now allows
That looks
3,
nice,
putting
yeah, and I'll
pressure
hold
on
it back if
England.
we need.
Okay. I think so. It has moved a bit.
hit that
here. The
perfectly.
PSL is not thrown in the hit. This should be fine.
Well, England have to decide what they're more
I mean,
comfortable
there's
with,
been
the hit
turning
or just
on
a
this
draw to
handle,
the
it's been
4
close
foot.
to the centre line.
Yeah.
Just,
Ben
I think it's
says
not
the
gonna
hit
come
looks
back after
easier.
it started going, so we just got to make sure it doesn't start.
Yeah. Nose
A
or
bit of a
inside,
sticky
just
situation
inside.
here, first end.
で戦った方がいいかもね。
Last one for England. Anna Fowler facing 3 yellow
Clean.
counters.
Oh, straight. Straight. Well. Straight.
I do think she's onto something here. We'll hit and check in onto the forfeit. Simple as that, and 1 point for England. Slightly more open end here to start the game.
Yeah.
England will lead 1-0 over Japan.
Not sure. She's wearing an Apple Watch. It's a bit cheeky. Yeah, it's definitely against the rules.
Different there.
No, I thought we.
Come out, came quarter around that top stone,
Yeah,
you could
so
have jammed it this way,
I think it makes
just
it
hung
really
out.
hard. Yeah.
Played a good double, you played a good hit line.
Threw the really nice
We just
weight
needed a
there.
touch less ice
Yeah.
on mine, so we need to remember that next time.
Yeah. I can't. It's
If
still
a touch
feeling
less weight, I could have maybe dragged it across, but
The curl a little more.
Yeah, that's the thing. It still felt a bit frosty.
no.
You maybe just could have, you're guessing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being ridiculous.
I mean, I could have hit the front one, but I thought it was just a bit
No,
pointless.
I
I
think
like the draw.
tougher.
Yeah.
When you asked the question, you played aggressive. They made a good shot, we made a good shot.
Yep.
Let's make this first one round.
Yeah.
First one's important.
Fourth end.
I've only got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
まだぷいぷい何も言われてない？言われてない。そうだっけ？
Going out time.
控えめだったら
Same as my draw shot, yeah? Almost exactly.
Yeah.
I was just back 4, so
Yeah.
a little bit less actually. 'Cause
Touch
it
less,
got
it'll be quicker. Quickest end.
Second end underway. Anna Fowler
Weight's good.
made a great shot to secure the single point for England.
Where?
Now trying to set up the
Pretty
end
good.
Curl,
here in the
always curl.
second.
It's got to sit a touch.
Trying to lock this on the yellow.
It's got to sit. It's coming down now. Still
Curl if
to
you
it.
This
can.
one running a bit.
Curl if you can.
Does not quite finish in time.
Just less ice.
Less ice,
Really
yeah.
nice weight.
I knew I came out wide.
That's fine.
That's all right.
相手13.6。
Perfect weight. It's left that pocket now for Japan.
Wait, いいよ、6、7。
6、7、ラインいいよ。近いよ、イエス。
7、7、
ギリギリ。
7。
ちょっとタイトだよ。
ウエイトちょっとあるな
オーバーカールだな。ここでいいよ。
And this one's over curling.
This way.
13.8。
Again, very nice weight.
Familiar face on the bench for Team England.
Certainly is. David Ramsey, known as Rambo. He's worked with British curling for a long time. And
Touchdown.
he's come to Aberdeen to help out the English duo.
Where?
Getting there.
Straight.
Top 4.
Straight. Line's really good, Ben. Hard, straight. Hard, straight.
Working this really hard.
It's really good. Yep.
Hold the line and get the weight right up.
Go on then. 14-5. Great throw, Ben. Okay.
And here's coach for Team Japan, JD Lind from Canada. Been working in Japan for a number of years now. It's always nice to see familiar faces. And of course, it's been a while since we've gotten to see many of the people here. We are a bit sectioned off, however. Media not allowed to get too close to the players and so on this week for everyone's safety. But it is nice to just be in the same building, if anything, and see teams compete again.
Yeah, it's great to see all the World Championships being able to take place this year.
Yuriko Yoshida just squeaking past the guard. Very nice shot.
If you want to bump them or just...
Think just 2, it's nice.
Okay.
It's been hard for the teams as well, with the uncertainty of whether the
Stay
World
nice,
Championships
stay away.
would go ahead or not. And then when they did,
Or a few feet less.
it was trying to find ice time and get on for some practice. It was difficult for many
Stay
of
nice.
them.
Yep.
Anna and Ben Fowler were lucky enough to get some ice time at the National Curling Academy in Stirling, run by British Curling.
Similar weight.
Okay, all yours. Line's good. Needs the curl at the moment. Whoa, whoa. Line's good. Straight. 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 Where is it?
Touch less now.
Straight. Come on, hard, Ben. Hard, 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 hard. Hurry. Yep, 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 yep. Bit more, bit more, bit more. Okay. Not bad there.
Just maybe a touch tighter in the end.
14.75, yeah. Because you're not... That
Mike,
weight
you
should
got-
have been perfect. The weight should have been perfect.
これ1回押してこうだけど
でもシューター開くもんね、それ。ないかな。
It's also hard for teams that maybe mixed doubles was a new combination for some of these players, and
Do we like?
the lack of competitive games that they've had this year. It's also been a bit of a struggle.
そうだね3分の2から4分の3ぐらい
Looks like Japan might be running back the guard here.
I want to catch this more on the nose.
Do you like same again or not? Or just
They've
guard?
got last stone, happy just to clear the front,
Then they're playing
give
back
themselves a
forward.
chance.
If they hit that hard, there, they can spin that one off.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, do we just throw the guard now?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit more ice, or do you want to come the other way?
That way's fine, just a touch more ice.
You've just got to get the inside, no? Block the inside.
So you can see there that it's quite an easy shot for Japan to come and just nudge the yellow onto the shot. So England just looking to put up a guard, block that way in.
Pretty good.
Where?
Mid to close.
Needs the curl at the moment.
It's gonna go.
Oh, okay, whoa, whoa.
Going hard.
Curl. Just, whoa. Just, it's pretty good. A little bit more.
Slow overlap that.
Yep. Okay, good, Ben.
Maybe should have been a bit more
15,
precise on our
6.
decision. just to make sure we were covering both. Not that I want them to.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if they run that red,
They
I
run
don't
ours,
think it's actually going.
No, you're
It
right.
will chip the one off the back, but ours isn't moving.
But then we're covering these two, so we're in trouble then. See what I mean? If they run that back, right?
Yeah.
We lose our back one, we lose the top.
Yeah, then it's.
Then they're
those
lying one
two,
on top,
but, yeah.
two there, and we're lying short, but it's dangerous.
ごぼうノーズみたいな感じかい
Yeah, they've now realised
そう
that
だね
Whereas if I'd been an inch further over,
if Japan move this red one off the button,
I didn't
they've
think
just
about it
guarded
until
the two
end of
yellow
this.
shots.
Just gotta be more precise next time.
Well, easier said than done.
Yes.
Yoshida looking for
Not far off.
double run, I think.
Ten.
Red, red, red. But does not curl in time. So it's just a guard again.
Do you think same again?
Yeah, this time you can afford to be on this side, right?
Yeah.
Well, might as well
Yeah.
go for that. Just, yeah, just bite in the centre line. Same ice and I'll curl it.
Yeah. I didn't get a time on yours.
What do you think on the eye? Or sorry, on the
15,
weight?
5, 16.
Tough to see a shot for two. Japan, as it lies. And does look like the easier shot for one would just be to chip in the yellow.
I don't know if they hit that yellow at some speed, it would bounce off the other yellow and onto the red.
Straight side.
Okay, it's pretty good weight. We're close
Across the
guard, close
top.
to mid.
Straight. Forward. Needs to curl at the moment.
Mid to long.
Curl, curl, curl.
England will just be guarding.
It's over. Curl.
Yeah, we're over. Line only.
Whoa. Curl, yep, curl, curl,
A
curl,
lot lighter
curl,
weight
curl,
here
curl.
from Anna, and
Hurry. Bit more. Whoa.
it's a high guard.
Wait.
Still
down
think
on
if they
that.
catch this thin
Thought
enough.
you'd be alright with the weight through.
Maybe just wasn't through it as much.
I mean, they're playing a
8-9
tough
ぐらいの
shot
イメー
for
ジ
a while.
Can certainly get in for
そう
one.
だね。
Is it the tap?
Tap, yeah. Not bad.
Ideally, England would just have liked that red guard a wee bit
Kind of
higher
wished it was right in the run.
or closer to the house, so that it was a harder shot for Japan.
Yeah, still very much there. Lots of finish, lots of curl. Having to play a softer weight though here, Yuta Matsumura, to get around the guard and then chip the yellow in. Last stone, second end to tie the game.
冷たいよ
Spin. Yes. Whoa. Whoa.
Well, he's past the guard.
But quite a bit. Does a curl in time to touch the yellow over. Does not, but it touches the back one actually. That would have been a very cheeky way to score a couple.
Yeah, a wee bit more
I wonder if
speed on that, and three could have been in the equation.
I think it might be one for England still though.
Yeah,
Yoshida would like to measure.
measure please.
So either one yellow or one red.
Pretty sure it's ours. Don't know where the hole
And
is.
Fowler seems confident. Would you care to place any shortbread
Take a while to get that.
on yellow here?
It's ours,
I think it's red.
might as well. Unless you want to.
I think
And
it's
there's
red
no
too
short
this
red
time.
bet, so
Yeah.
because he didn't come through with yesterday's bet.
You didn't accept the bet yesterday.
Oh, I did. I was quite confident in my call.
We have it all recorded. We could go back and look. So we're just waiting for the umpire to come out and measure these two stones. I was curious if there was more measures in mixed doubles than in the men's or women's, and it doesn't necessarily seem to be true. Might get some stats at the end of the week.
Oh, red by a long way.
Yep. So England will steal a point on Japan here.
One red. Definitely wasn't worth the measure for them. But
Thank you.
Ben Fowler didn't feel the measure was worth it, but the umpire getting some TV time, and the team's getting an extra break.
right,
2 points indeed for England.
Yeah.
They lead Japan 2-0 after 2 ends.
curled a touch more and then it sat down as well. That's fine. Yep. Just gonna make sure we nail this first one. Cheers.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Maybe go a tiny bit less.
Yeah. I basically threw this weight 2 ends ago, didn't I? I basically threw this line and weight 2 ends ago, and I was just a little bit down on the tap, so it's almost exactly that. Probably about 14.5, maybe 14.2.
Yeah, 14.2, I think.
Yeah, a bit less.
Was it close?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's down.
Okay.
Not far.
Cal's moment. Cal. Where?
We're almost there.
Third end underway. England play Japan. It is a 2-point lead for England, stealing one in the second. Anna Fowler will get us going.
Really good line now, Ben. Go, go, go.
Undercurled this very shot in the previous end. This one
Okay.
finding much better line.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know whether maybe.
a bit shy for weight, but
Yeah.
still on a pretty good spot there for England.
どれぐらいでくる?
8、9ぐらい
You can see how it's for Japan to tap the red and avoid the yellow. They would have to tap it on an angle and potentially roll the shooter out in the open. So that's why it becomes so important to get the line on that shot.
メト
8、8、
8、まだ
8、
リン、イエスイエス
8。
Just trying to hold the line. Tap it back.
Yep.
Which way do you like?
Leave the shooter in a good
Probably
position.
this way, yeah. Okay. Think you're 14.
Taking a look next door, Switzerland play Estonia. They're in the second end, and Switzerland leading by 1.
And Switzerland lying a few counters. Marie Thurman having to really just draw the 8 foot to outcount them.
Top 8, top 4. Top 8. Kan het met me? Kasken?
So Harry Little on this all the way. Are you coming to help him? Oh, very well swept. And it's 1 yellow. So they tie the game 1-1 after 2.
Urging Haru to sweep and sweeping herself.
It's actually not bad there.
4分の1かな内側の
Ours is nice and locked on. Right?
そうだね
See England ending up leaving a guard on their shot.
I think they're running.
So that changes the end a little bit.
Right. Do I play the hit or the draw?
Yeah, they wanted to come in and half check the yellow. It ended up all right with the guard. Japan now need to move something here.
Yeah, looking to double the guards.
あナイス
Push it the second one into the
What do you
rings, but it
think?
does
Maybe
open
just
up the
get rid of it,
forfeit.
I mean, if I'm guarding here, this side here, they've not got a shot on the 4.
Do you think it's just a bit risky? I'm wondering if you just throw this.
Don't know.
you want to.
I think so. I think it's time.
England will call a timeout here. Not so often you see that in the third end, but
I think I'd prefer the guard, but I see what you mean. If I overcurl, we're okay, but if I undercurl, that's
if you feel like you need
I don't know how we're getting rid of them.
a longer chat, you might as well use it.
I suppose if I play the guard there and they tap
Yeah,
and
it's
sit
always
there,
risky
we're in
to play a
trouble,
long
right?
guard
Because
with
then
such
I've got to
swinging
get-
I
ice
think this
because
is it.
the opposition come around in both hands. Half check on the top yellow would be a good call.
What do you like?
The umpires
8?
hadn't seen it.
Over here.
Was a
Yeah.
timeout called.
Fair?
I think so. See what Rambo has to say. It's all right, you're only 30 seconds late.
We're thinking we
So
don't make that.
if I play the guard, I think there's the danger that they come around and bump that, right?
That's actually a good setup there. You're lying feet.
Or there. Yeah. Okay. Make sure we get this side. Yeah. Okay. I think 8 seconds. Do you reckon? Yeah.
Good slides from that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So Rambo shows up a bit late to the party, but I think they were able to discuss what was needed.
Ice okay.
Yeah, looks good.
So is it just a little hit and check off the yellow?
そうだね
Yeah, just a down weight. Try and catch it on the side that Anna's holding the brush and flop over. Important to keep their shooter here.
Yep. Gotta go, yep. 3.
Anna calling the sweep early.
Hurry. Hard.
Whoa.
Okay.
I just hit it on the wrong side.
Slide was okay. I must have just turned it
Just
into
turned it a touch, yeah. That's okay. It's Rambo's fault.
Just blame Rambo.
ああそう悪くないね
幅取って
ここでもそんなに悪くはない
Sorry, that's bad.
Sorry,
So a chance now here for Japan to try and generate a couple at this end.
Got to make sure we lose the
Centre's
2 max.
wide open.
1, ideally.
あもうちょい取るわ
Just want to come in and half check the red. It's in the 8 foot.
もう一個取ったら多い
あちょっと多い気はするけどオーバーカールよりはいいかな
Main objective is not to leave a double. And lie too.
幅は十分だよ幅は十分まだ幅あるよ
あばれ
うんまだ幅ある
6
クリーン曲げでーすだイエスだイエス曲げでーす曲げでーす
I'm going to struggle to get both. But if I hit there, I get both. I just can't get anywhere near that, so the tolerance is this side.
Okay, yeah. This
Taking
is
a look at all the scores
Throwing same weight.
in Carol Aberdeen this morning. China leading
Here's your
Finland
peel.
4-2.
Should be
Tied
nice
game
uphill.
I think
between
you'll move.
Switzerland and Estonia. The same for USA, Norway. Both those games at 1-1. Sweden still looking strong this week, leading New Zealand 3-0. Probably going to see some nerves today. Getting to the very end of group play. Some Olympic spots will be secured. Some will be lost.
Stay straight.
Go.
And Fowler trying to double.
Yep, all the way.
Does Curlin time to push that yellow?
Hey, what's that?
Good there.
Far enough to sit 2.
Pretty good.
Has it? Just after I left it go about 2-3 meters down, I thought it was just going to go.
No, it stayed really straight. Nice throws.
I think you've got that out far enough, have you?
Yeah, played plenty weight there.
No.
Well,
Oh, the
Try
double
and
didn't
hold
go.
the line.
Oh, makes up the last one a little bit. Can they ever get this double?
I mean, I think they just have to hit and roll under, no?
Yeah, I know. But I'm just
And then,
wondering if
yeah.
what we play next, so if they can play that double without and roll in. I don't know. Maybe
It's
to look at
tough.
it.
残せるウェイトだったら
It's looking at the time.
分かる方で
Yeah, we've got
Well,
one.
how does Japan score 2?
重要じゃないかな
I think.
Yeah, we've got loads.
They could play the freeze on the centre one, or they can completely ignore it and come around, or they can hit and roll.
I think it is the latter option here. Yoshida hitting the shot stone, trying to roll in behind the other reds, but this one over curling, so going to sit in the open. But
On the out turn.
England must be careful here not to leave a double back for
You don't want
Matsumura.
to leave the double there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you are getting across the
Yeah.
side touch.
I think it's the edge of rook.
Yeah. In fact, even peeling it out is better than nose.
I was just, I was just going to say,
Because if
Okay.
you stick
Probably
on nose,
better
they've got
off.
the double.
Okay.
just
two. Whereas you
peeling
peel
and
out,
rolling
they've got to draw for one.
away. I don't
Yeah, okay.
see.
So just throw
Or
centre.
the read.
The
Well,
ideal shot is to hit
I'll
and
throw a
roll
little
over
bit
to the
inside there,
left
so more like centre rook.
and lie two
Yeah, that double does
separated.
go.
Yeah. Okay.
But you certainly don't want to nose or
Yeah,
roll a
and
bit
roll
to the
the
right.
left.
Okay.
Leaves Japan a
8
much
seconds.
easier shot.
Yeah, if you rolled all the way out, Japan would have to play the double to score there too, which would be
But there would
An
still be
easier
a
double.
two available.
yes.
So ideally you want to try and keep your shooter here.
Oh, no,
Can
no.
roll 6 feet.
Close.
Would be perfect.
Curl.
This one hanging a bit.
Roll.
Catches some curl in the end. It rolls. Does it roll too far? I think
Okay, unlucky.
Hannah Fowler must have just lost the line call there. Shot was made. Just needed Ben Fowler to keep the broom down. But like we say, that was a better tolerance, if anything.
Playing the draw, so
And Japan won't play the double for 2, actually.
surprised he's not playing the double.
Just moved a little bit at the end.
So no harm,
Surprised he's not
no
playing
foul. Or
It's there. I suppose he's coming from the other hack.
Feels like really.
not a day without your face of disapproval, Rona.
I'm speechless.
Last stone for Japan. Are you surprised they're not playing the double here?
Yeah, I thought they might have gone for that double. But, you know, they've lost the last 2 ends. They want to get on the scoreboard. Taking a 1 here's pretty good. Keeps the scoreline tight.
Yeah, we have seen Japan giving up consecutive steals before.
あウェイトは悪
So
く
I
ないわ
think you're right, Rona. Just want to get on the scoreboard, keep the scoreline tight, not take that risk. This one is pulling up a bit shy for Matsumura. Will he get it there in the end? Yoshida out to help to drag this one far enough. And I think it is just enough for Japan. A bit of a scare, but they get there in the end. Ben Fowler will confirm 1 yellow. So this game, indeed, very tight on the scoreboard.
Need another coffee.
England lead 2-1 after 3 ends played.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That's why we said we didn't want to. Ben said you're better to roll out than hit on the nose.
That's fine.
Because I mean, the double was there. I don't know why he didn't play it.
I thought you slid your second one really well.
Yeah, the first one, I felt like I slid wide, I had the stone to the right, and then maybe I just got across the top of the touch. Yeah.
I don't think it's just, I think actually so the red 6 cuts a lot.
The first one I threw?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one I'm
That'll be
throwing.
the one.
Try to throw a guard, I think it cuts a lot. We
Yeah.
have that as a note.
Yeah.
Red 6 might cut.
Right, let's make a 2, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah? Or at least a 1 is good, yeah?
One's good.
1's good.
Let's make a 2 though.
Steel's not good.
Open it up if we get a chance, or if we need to.
Yuta Matsumura will throw the first stone of the fourth end. Looking for that ever important freeze onto the red stone back four. That's a very good effort.
Yep.
Think this handle.
Yep.
Probably about there.
Stone positioning of that first
I mean, that was my
shot in
draw.
mixed doubles is
Okay, I just want to be
so
mid-ice.
crucial. It can dictate the whole end.
I think you can take more than that still.
Okay.
Don't know.
14.
Yeah, 14 should be good. Weight's not bad.
Whoa.
Down. Just T.
Whoa.
Top four.
Cow. Cow.
T.
Whoa. Cow. Whoa. Straight back.
Ah, really nice.
Under throwing them. I think we need way less ice though for the bum.
Block it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a different throw to normal ones.
Just came out a bit slow.
Yeah. It's not bad there.
Play me, yeah.
Yurika Yoshida coming down the out turn.
Green. Green. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
They want to just half check. They don't want to rub off this.
Okay. Nice.
Moved it enough back. But their shooter does poke out.
I've got to go in now, right?
Yeah, I think you've got to bump this.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
13-5.
Okay.
So Ben Fowler just looking to tap the Japanese stone just played back and try and get to the inside of it.
Good weight.
Up. Close.
Touchdown.
Straight.
It's coming down.
Straight.
Back four, back eight.
Straight. It's really good. Straight. 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 Always straight, Ben. Hot, 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 hot. Good
Very
there.
nice.
13-1. Well done for
I
throwing a
think
little
we're
bit
getting
up.
close to needing to peel.
More, okay.
Yeah, I know. I just
Overcurled
thought
a
you
wee
might
bit
have there.
more than
Yeah,
they
no, I
had
agree. I think we
wanted.
had to go in because otherwise
But
they
still a good result.
I don't know,
Taps a
struggle to
yellow
move.
back tee.
It's nice. It's a very nice shot.
Really good sweep.
And they sit top
同
of
じ
the
イベン
button.
トでいいからちょっと狭める
Really little ice because it's bent.
さっきここで取ったらちょっと狭める
Outside.
True.
And the guard's okay to take.
Yeah, as long as I had enough weight, which I did.
Yuta starting to sound a little bit hoarse,
What's the time?
13.
having to scream a lot
It's even high.
to get the message across from end to end. And
グリーンラインはいいよグリー
Birmingham
ン
venue with 4 other games going on.
イエスグリーン
I lost my voice once.
イエスイエスグリーン
That would have been
グリーン
nice.
グリーングリーングリーングリーン
Oh, set you up for that one.
OK ナイス
Get rid of it.
Yeah, just looking to check
they
that
bumped
top
here,
red again. Japan just rolled
Yeah,
off.
or they put it
And
back.
then you should have a shot.
Yeah,
At
okay.
least.
I think so.
'Cause this
Yeah.
is my second.
Yeah.
So we peel it now, and I should be able to move a few in the next
Yeah.
one.
So Ben Fowler deciding that he doesn't like the way the stones are lining up behind the guard. Could play the same shot as he just played, but if he jammed the yellow onto yellow, Japan would lie short. So feels this is a safer option when they have hammer.
抜けるノーズで抜けてくるかな。仮に抜けなかったとしてもノーズに行ったら相手その次上にノーズするしかなくて。
Enough to peel the guard.
Okay.
Helicopter keeps going overhead when I throw. Like that. I think, I mean, you've
As it
already got a
lies,
couple of
England
shots.
could
Well, she's
probably
hitting now, so
just throw a really high, hard one on the nose of the
inside
top
nose,
red,
or
and you
just
might see
on the
maybe
red.
all of them go.
Top one.
と外でも大丈夫そう。
Depends how much space there's between the two yellows.
6.
I think if I was Japan, I would be trying to do something about that. Or, pardon me, looking on the wrong color.
If Japan hit this on the nose and keep their shooter in front, yeah, pinball through, really good result.
Yeah. This
I
way.
could have played more weight
Yeah,
and
this one first. You coming
had
at
that
it?
one squeak all the
So
way
it's
out.
just the same throw I just did.
Okay, nice.
I was going to touch the yellow, but with more weight, that probably goes.
You can touch more.
ちょっと外に当たった。文化。
So which yellow do you want to hit first?
So the one, as we're looking at it, is the left is higher, so he wants to hit that one fairly thin, go over to the other one. You saw it release there, he threw that back,
It is trying. Not sure if it's going to get there in the end.
but he did it the other way, which is perfect, and did get a good result.
I think if he catches the,
Yeah.
if he curls a bit more and catches the other one first, might not jam that yellow on the left-hand side as much.
あ、これか。
Yeah, both yellows would have gone if he had caught the other one first.
I mean, go for it.
Japan looking to try and just pick the shot zone off the button here.
So I can't sweep it.
No.
幅どれぐらい？
あ、そんなもんでいいと思う。3分の2ぐらいに当てたい。
Try and take this two back. If you watch the four.
So even if the red hits the yellow, that should go on to the back red. Question is if the shot zone's going to tickle the yellow on the T line at all.
Yes. Yes.
Get that one there.
Oh. Oh.
It does, and it pushes it too far.
Okay.
That was the worry.
Nearly spun back in enough there.
Okay. I'll take this hand, I think.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. I've got a bit more space that way.
I think
Eight.
you should have probably played that a bit thinner.
Yours didn't move much here at all, did it?
No.
Yeah, needed
I'm
to
not sure whether I was just
turn
maybe
over
a
that
bit
one.
positive on the second one, maybe not so much.
I think mine will move a bit.
Yeah. Let's make sure we get this important one for the two.
On the nose.
Takes us 3 points up.
And just reiterating to Anna, an important shot here. Good to get their two on the board with the hammer.
Not sure if it's quite necessary to state right before throwing.
Add that wee bit of pressure.
Maybe Anna Fowler thrives under pressure.
Oh!
Last stone coming down here.
Whoa!
And this does look very good indeed. Right on the beak, 2 points for England. And they will have that 3-point lead coming into halftime. 4-1, they lead Japan. So yeah, we have that 5-minute halftime break for the teams. Time to hydrate, maybe enjoy some cut-up fruit.
Really important shot to make.
Seems to be the preferred choice for many athletes.
That's usually the 5th player's job. I don't think Rambo
I
would
need to
be
tell Anna when I throw it then.
good at cutting up fruit.
Grapes are very easy to prepare.
Yeah. Normally I like playing them with drawers because then I can...
We'll take a look at some of the highlights from the first 4 ends.
Yeah, yeah.
As we see
Just gotta keep it up.
the coach's bench for Japan not having to even get off their seat. Very practical.
Yeah, we're doing okay on time. Have some banana or something.
So we take a look back at the very first end of this game. It was Japan lying the 3, putting the pressure on Anna Fowler to play the hit. Could have drawn, feeling comfortable just hitting and checking in for the single point.
Straight! Straight! Straight!
Drop.
That shot is made very well. England will start the scoring by putting 1 on the board. In the second, Japan looking to tie the game by chipping in their yellow as England lying shot, stone back button. This one not quite curling for Team Japan. Does not hit the yellow intended, but actually clicks the back yellow. In the end, it wasn't not enough to move the red. He had a measure. It was quite clear that it was another point for England. So they lead 2-0 coming into the third end. Japan with the chance to maybe play that double on the right-hand side to score 2 points. But Yuta Matsumura just playing it safe here, drawing for 1. Didn't have a lot of running on it. Matsumura having to really scrub hard to get it there. But in the end, it is enough. And Japan is on the scoreboard as well. And of course, in the fourth end,
No, I'm not sure whether I was just maybe a bit...
we have an open hit for Anna Fowler to score the first deuce of the game. And Anna Fowler was never in doubt. Then Fowler just nursing this one onto the beak of the yellow stone. They score a 2 and will lead the game 4-1 at the halfway point. And we see the stats very high in this game. England at 95% to Japan's 86. Worth mentioning that the game has been a very open one, a bit defensive. Not too many stones in play, which stats might indicate a bit as well. A few easier shots in this game, but still both teams playing very well. Japan needing to improve a bit. They'll have last stone when we come back onto the ice for the fifth end. Taking a look at all the scores in the arena this morning. Finland leading China 6-4. Estonia leads Switzerland 4-2. We saw USA score a big 5-ender in the third. Norway to score a 3 back in their power play, but still trail the Americans by 2 points. And Sweden is actually stealing 3 points on New Zealand's power play, so not looking too promising for the Kiwis. Sweden, though, will be looking to still stay perfect this week. No losses for the Swedes.
Most of the way down towards the end.
So
yeah, I mean, if you're going to take less, take that much less.
yeah,
maximum.
I'll go mid-12.
Yeah.
You can always sweep it down, can't you? What do you think weight?
I mean, I'd rather be sweeping to curl because it goes nicely again. So I think you're 14-2, 14-3.
We are live from Aberdeen, Scotland for the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship 2021. I'm Sander Olvag, joined by Ronny Howie It's been a high-scoring game, and stats-wise, not so much on the scoreboard. It's been a bit more open, a bit more defensive, I feel.
Yeah, there's been a lot more peeling of guards than we've seen throughout the week.
Big line, go.
And you know, maybe that's what works for England.
Where?
They've
Not bad now.
Curl.
had a lot of round-robin games, and
Always curl.
Running on a bit more.
maybe they feel when they've had more
Curl, Ben. Yep, line's getting really good.
stones round the forefoot, they get into more trouble.
Hard, 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 hard.
Looks like it took a different line.
Yeah.
Like.
So Anna just coming up a bit short there.
Sorry.
That's all right. I was just a bit worried if I swept it straight. I thought I was going to be.
It's going to come back, yeah. I really
Even
need
though,
to
I mean, your
tighten up the
timing's
ice
good.
there.
This is Anna and Ben Fowler's 5th appearance at the World Mixed Doubles Championship. As a brother and sister combo, so obviously work well together, no family fallouts.
Two's not the end of it.
Looking good line. Really nicely played by Matsumura.
This the mover.
It's over curled a bit, so England with a chance to corner freeze and be fully buried. Even if they tap the yellow a few inches, would be pretty good. See Ben Fowler enjoying a good game so far.
Touch soft.
Straight side.
Weight's good.
Oh, line's really good. Oh,
Weight's really nice.
needs to
Oh,
curl
touch up at the moment. It's coming down. Really good.
Needs to curl.
Touch up.
Oh, curl, curl.
It's coming down.
Yeah.
Freeze it.
You can bump this if you need. Curl.
Don't want to leave.
Yeah, I
Too
know.
much
I
back.
just.
That's
Isn't
nice
it
there.
better you bump nose though rather than bump off?
It's okay.
Yeah. 13-6.
We're light shot.
Little bit up. Yeah.
Yeah, just a touch at the end. Curled nicely. I mean, I was a tiny bit soft, I thought, on it.
Yeah, it moves really nicely.
It's good there. Yeah, I'll let you know when I throw the curly one.
Yeah. I think it might be a good one for the mover.
Well, maybe, but I would have hit the guard with that.
Just talking through the stones, one's obviously curling a wee bit more. After evening practice, the players can match their stones that they want to throw. Japan quite happy just to
What do you
clear
think?
things up here. They've got last stone.
I was thinking you go this one now.
I mean, if I'm running anything, I'm running that to there, in a way. It doesn't get both, though, so I don't
We
The other
mentioned
option
how
is tapping this up.
Norway
Or guard.
was able
Guard
to
this
score
one.
a 3
They
back
play
on
this, they're always
USA
rolling
after
out,
they
then you've got
scored
this back.
5
Yeah.
in the third end. Didn't even look like
just a chance of me setting
Norway was in that much trouble. Tabitha Peterson must have played, or Joe Polo rather, must have played an absolute excellent shot. But Norway then using their power play, and I guess we see an open house, and it's just a draw. That they had to play to score the 3 back.
Yep, Kristen Skazlian just has to draw the house anywhere. And no problem. They get a 3 back. So, score now 6-4 after 4 ends. Both those teams still really fighting for
At the moment.
Close guard.
playoff spots and
Whoa.
Olympic qualification
on.
Where?
spots.
Okay.
Almost up to it.
Where? Okay.
Top 12.
Norway do
Close.
lie
Where?
2 wins ahead of the rest of the pile, only
Straight.
behind Sweden, of course, on top with 7 wins, looking strong for their 8th.
14.
It's not great.
So that just over curled there for England.
I was just
They
thinking
wanted
if
to
I'm
sit on the other
really
side
light,
at the angle.
get around.
Yeah, that's what I was
Of course,
thinking.
the jam
Just
on the
close
yellows.
and just on the inside there.
Just overthrow it.
Looks like you're making
Now
that
Japan
look
can
great.
lift a double here on the red, hitting that top red.
I mean, to get all 3 of them, they've got to move they've got to lose the shooter and maybe lose this back one.
Yeah. Will it drag over the top?
Might do.
Even so, you should still have this double.
Yeah. Unless they just clip it. Oh, even if they clip it back, they should have the double. Maybe even nicer.
赤に当たりさえすれば
I've got that mover, so we need to watch it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh! Yes! Oh! Oh!
Want to catch this on the nose, just on the high side.
Okay. So you just smack it on the nose.
Chance for England even to hit this on the left-hand side as we're looking at it, the red, and roll over and half check the other red.
I'm happy. The other option is just
Same shot again then.
come right up to him, but actually bump
But
it.
if I'm... Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because they could
Freeze
tap,
or a tiny bump.
Yeah, you just want to be this side of it, right? So it never
tap
comes
the red right back
This
onto
is
the
the swingy
yellow.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Or they could play wait to remove the yellow from play when Japan have got last stone.
You're like 14 seconds for the bump.
14 seconds, so that's the weight they require from hog to hog.
That means we're in
Nice
around
weight.
the same speed we've seen all week.
Close. Oh, big line at the moment. Needs the curl.
It's touch heavy.
Needs the
It's
curl.
coming down, it's really nice
Get it
now.
curl.
And it is weight sensitive, so if you overthrow,
Yep.
that's all here. You might not get the line required.
Oh.
This one looks pretty close for both line and weight.
13-3. Wow, that one's really slow then. 13-3.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
There's
slow,
a
actually.
thin double off that outside red.
It's nice
Catch
as
that
well.
one thin, that's on the right-hand side. Over to the
There's no triple. Just
shot
the
that's
weight
on the
of shot.
button.
Freeze is gonna be a bit risky.
On the inside, and just in there, in the
Yeah,
crotch.
in the crotch. And then she can
It
whack
would
it.
remove two reds and there'd be one
Yeah.
lonely red left.
Let's make sure we can.
Oh,
Guard it. We've got 9 minutes, 3 ends to go. Pretty good.
About fine.
このくらい当たれば OK
なんか若干もうなんかドーンみたいな感じ。
Gotta make sure we get this one right and spend some time on it.
Yeah, I agreed.
Annoyingly, they're not quite lined up perfectly for the raised double. It's so close.
Yes. Oh. Oh.
Five.
So need to catch the
Yes. Yes.
fairly thin. Yeah, perfect. Just didn't spin it out though.
Leaves the back yellow in play.
Does this ever come off or does it
Yeah, it should do.
pretty
She
hard?
was unlucky, it just
Yeah. If you're
And it-
just off nose this side, you might get more
bounced off
action
the
on
one
back.
behind and took
Okay,
the momentum
and on
away.
And then, I mean, this is the one you're keeping, not the shooter, right?
Okay, so just this side. Nice. Is it always
Caught the
jamming?
yellow at the
Always
back.
jamming.
What's,
I think you've got to play it, right?
yeah,
Maybe your best option is
just nose.
just nose and try and keep that one there. This one's going to pop out to there.
And then this one just
Should light
jams
shot.
there.
Maybe.
There?
I think you've got to get rid of at least
Yeah.
one.
Okay. On the nose.
8
or-
seconds.
Yeah.
So looking to hit their own red onto the yellow.
Yeah, I think our best bet is leaving 3 stones in the forfeit. So on the nose.
Okay. 8 seconds or peel? Just 8.
I think 8 seconds
I
because I,
think
don't think you're
If
moving
they
that
hit
one
it
out.
just slightly to the inside of nose
So, yeah,
here,
just going for
the
the
drag on the
nose.
back yellow
Sorry.
would hopefully spin off the other yellow.
Oh, no, no. Where?
It's pretty good.
Oh. Close. Straight. Straight.
Okay. That's good.
Does leave Japan. Sitting shot stone and a chance to draw for 2 would be,
Pretty good.
Should just hit with your,
of course, Japan's
your
first
third.
multiple score. Only scored the 1 point so far. Would love to score 2 back after conceding that deuce in the 4th end.
They were lying
Yuto Matsumura
back here and we...
needs full forfeit.
I mean, a 2 was the acceptable option, right?
Yeah. We need to go
Not
power
really.
now.
We can consult with coach in a second.
Last on, 5th end.
ベトは
7、8。
Not
お
sweeping this one yet.
Should be good though,
後
right?
ろ欲しい
He does have backing that he can use.
Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes.
And he will use that backing. Good enough for the score of 2. Team Japan claw back. They'll be closer to England now. But England leading by 1, 4-3 after 5 ends.
I think we should wait because we're still in control of the game.
Just need to make sure I make that bomb give us a bit more space. Yeah, I know.
Both of them could hit this middle stone and force it 1.
Yeah.
So just think about that.
Yeah.
Just don't get something to fall down.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. So they're better this if they were. I don't think they go power play.
No.
Save it to 8.
I think we try and take a 2.
Make sure we take
1's
a 2.
acceptable.
It's all right.
Yeah,
yeah.
then we take power in 7.
Taking a 1, we go 2
Just
up.
make sure we
with 2
take
powers
a 1.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then we've still got the draw for the win.
We need to swap. ちょっと巻きたいかも。
Thank you.
Hatch.
3 ends to go in this exciting matchup between England and Japan.
7、8。
Close game so far. It's been a bit cagey. We've seen much open play.
Yeah, which way? That way.
And we can
Back
see
four,
all the
back
scores. China,
Nose is
8-6
really nice
on
this
Finland.
way.
Tied game between Switzerland and Estonia. Norway
That
stole
was
a point
13.85.
on
I don't
USA.
get far off that.
But yeah, 13,
But the US up 6-5, currently playing
Well, no, I think
their
yeah,
power play
38.
and the
38
Americans.
is good.
And Sweden just keep piling on the pressure on New Zealand. Sort of expecting that one to maybe be in their last end here.
Okay, we're looking up.
Oh, Curl. Where? It's actually
hack.
pretty good. Where?
Heavy. 12 seconds.
Curl. Where?
12.
Curl. Curl.
Okay, it's not too bad.
Sorry, just way up. Okay.
ここついちゃってもいいよ。
Yeah, just too heavy there for
We
Mana.
don't normally say hack weight, so I was like, what weight do I say? 12 seconds.
Sorry.
Line はいいよ。
6、
Line's good.
7、
はいよ、7ちょっと待ってるから。クリーン。曲げながらから曲げながら。
8。
クリーン。お。
Doesn't quite curl enough for Yoshida.
Don't just peel the guard.
Yeah?
Or you just come here.
I think we draw one more.
Okay, top 4.
Yeah, I don't think they want to be peeling the guard here. The whole 4 foot's open. all the plays behind the tee, they're not in any danger. They get round here first.
Whoa!
It's nice.
Big
Good
line.
weight.
Really big
To
line.
it. Whoa, to it.
Curl then, curl, curl.
It's got to sit a bit more.
Yeah, it's really hanging
Which one am I on?
and running, much like Yoshida's
Straight then.
stone.
Curl. I mean, yes.
So
Okay.
both teams
Sorry.
getting
13-4.
caught here.
あー、後ろついちゃっていいよ。
Quite the wall to draw onto.
一緒。
Hadrian's Wall in England. Yeah, so a chance now for Japan to come around top tee.
ラインはさっきより近いよ。リン。イエス。イエス。ラインイエス。イエス。イエス。イエス、イエス、イエス、イエス、イエス。
Also coming right back.
Okay.
Bit of a sloppy end here by
Gonna go
both
same
teams.
way or this way?
Yeah,
Okay.
who's going to make
Got.
the jump first to get in there top tee? Great chance for England here. They've got last stone advantage. Real opportunity to build up a two.
Looks okay. Top four.
Curl.
Coming down.
Whoa, head up, head up. It needs to curl a moment.
Tee. Tee on its own.
Oh, big line.
Needs to sit.
This one's looking pretty
Big
heavy
line.
as well.
Coming down. My shot if I'm on the back.
No. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just. Sorry.
13-7.
13-7. What was the last one?
13-4.
So you can
Cool,
hear
that's
them
exactly
just
okay with us,
overthrowing
though.
it with the weights. They were
Maybe just
looking for
more stones down the
14.
path.
これ当てんのが一番いいから。
They were 14-5.
Yeah, I just mean that stone. That stone's probably
Yeah.
about
これ
0.5
押す
slower.
ちょっと押すのが一番いい。ウェイト一緒から。ウェイト一緒。クリーン。クリーン。クリーン。イエス。イエス。はい。イエス。クリーン。ナイス。
Really
You have
nice.
to go there now, no? Otherwise we're not scoring.
Tap the red back enough
Yeah.
and rolled in. Lie two.
It's going to be very hard to move that yellow, and there's obviously not
Yep.
very
Are you
much
gonna
room to
bump
score
it or
more
just
than
do
a
it?
single.
No, just to.
You
I
just
think
see the
this way,
pin.
no?
Same handle.
Do you think you can get
Just
enough
visible.
curl?
I should be able to. If I'm the right weight, I'm getting there.
Okay.
This was a really nice finish. Dead draw weight.
I'm tightening it up a little bit.
Both teams, plenty time left in their time clock. Very similar. 5:54.
Ben Fowler just need to pull the strings a tiny
Weight's
bit
pretty good.
with this draw.
Oh,
Close.
it's pretty close
Close
now.
straight. Where?
Really key shot here.
Just
Needs
to it.
to cover the pin.
Curl. Curl. Whoa, whoa.
Looks very close indeed. Does
Curl.
it curl in time for Ben Fowler? Does get there. 4-shot stone, I think. Just couldn't quite get to the face of that yellow stone.
8。
Yeah, they were expecting it to curl more at the end. Weight was pretty good.
Just a touch up in the end, like millimeters.
So Japan will now try and get to the inside of that red.
I thought we might get.
Well, I mean, I was a lot closer to the weight.
Yeah, I thought we might get all the way to nose.
Again, if I'd been a touch lighter, it would
Even if Japan can force England to take one here, they would be happy with that.
カールサイド、カールサイド。
Trying to make this curl in at the end.
もうちょいもうちょい。
Do we lie?
Sorry, we were looking.
I think we lie.
So it didn't curl enough for Japan. England do still lie.
You think it is us?
Pretty sure. I mean, what else?
How do they get in for two?
Okay,
I'm 99% sure it's us.
and I can be pretty wide out
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
can't
and I'll
I?
swing it back.
It's there.
So
That's
my
the
ice
draw
was
shot
my
part.
ice.
The
was
draw
there.
might be there, Xander, to freeze on that back yellow
Yeah,
and
that's
get
right. If you
second
this, we're in
shot.
a really nice position.
It's not an easy draw.
Might have been hanging out here a little bit, so it might take a while to go.
Well, seen Anna Fowler
I just need to cut at the
play
last
some
second.
really good ones this week.
I think you're.
I won't be surprised if she gets close to this one.
And then you should be able to sweep it
I mean,
down.
this side's really slick. I think this side will be just a touch slower, but
And
not
it's
much.
tough.
It'll be pretty
Not
similar,
much. And it's got a bit,
and I can sweep it.
bit further.
Really some parallel parking needing to be done here. Last stone 6-10 for Anna Fowler.
Okay, time's not bad.
Straight. Straight.
Not a lot of room to work with.
Where?
It's good. Down a touch.
This one just needs to
Gotta go
be
wait.
pin perfect.
Not that much.
Okay, straight.
The line's pretty good. It's all about the weight.
Oh,
Ah, they overcooked it.
They have.
I think they have.
Can't curl that.
Overswept it early.
Touches the yellow, so it's definitely one red.
Sorry, I overslept it.
yeah, it's okay. It's so close.
One red.
Red.
This game is still very close. England with the single
Let's go
point.
get the ball looking from Rambler.
So lead at 5-3 after 6 ends. We have 2 ends to go, and we haven't seen a power play yet, so you would think we might have it as soon as we get the 7th end going.
First one, she's missed. Yeah. It was there, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were maybe that far heavy. Yeah, we're going to make sure we get this. Yeah, it's power play. It's their power play. I mean, I assume it is. Yeah. It's one red.
Can we check for break?
Okay, yeah.
Bit more. Okay. Hey, 12. 12?
12 seconds. And you
I think
what,
I'm
edge of ring?
the rings, yeah.
You can go when you want.
We will indeed have power play.
腕がこっち投げた時
Power play, Rona.
Yep, Japan have called their power play so they can put the corner guard up and the stone in behind on the tee line, not back tee, as we see in the centre.
Anna Fowler looking for the tick shot on the corner guard. Called the chop around these parts. And does that very well.
It's good.
Doesn't get in for shot stone, but very close to the center line. Very usable for England. And of course, most importantly, opens up that yellow stone on the wing. Okay, so we have an update from USA Norway. Norway stole a point, so the game's much closer now. Even after USA scored that 5 in the third. Last stone for Joe Polo, and I believe he's facing 2 yellow counters for Norway.
Yeah, not an easy way in for Joe here. Trying to maybe tap their own red.
I like the weight.
Felt a little heavy.
Weight's good.
Well,
Backy!
It's all about the line here.
curl then.
Tabitha Peterson trying to carve it in, but doesn't make contact with the red. So another steal of one. Oh, two?
I think it's 2.
Wow. A 2 on the board for Norway. What a comeback. 7-6.
Yeah, that was USA's power play end as well. So that game, potentially a huge comeback for Norway. Still a couple ends left, of course.
13-7.
12-7. Japan replaced the guard
I
after
think we should have just switched.
Anna
I
had
don't know whether it looked like
split it into the rings.
Just got to know it was the option.
Fowler just rubbed off it there.
Yeah, big mistake. Japan now with a chance to really load up the wing with a couple of yellows.
No, I'm saying we were close to the guard rail, but too close to touch it. As in not to move it off. So if I'd swept by.
The one by. Because it was really overburied.
Yeah, but we touched the first one and went by the second one by that far.
That's good. Well, let's see what you've got.
We'll see what we've got.
6ならちょっと待ってるから
What I'm saying is
Great chance to apply some pressure here. Yurika Yoshida.
なら奥にするか
No, I was just wondering if
It'll be a tad heavy here, so Matsumura calling an audible, thinking, okay, let's come around our own yellow instead.
Let's make this one,
But it just kind of ends up in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't get the line.
Yeah, really unlucky.
Yeah.
Just where it finished.
You know what you're doing? You know where we're going?
So we take a look on over Sweden, New Zealand. This would be presumably the last stone of the game. Sweden leading 8-1. Or leading 8-0 rather. Last
New
stone for
Zealand
Courtney
lying
Smith.
one. Not an easy way in for two. Their one lonely yellow is surrounded by Swedish counters. Anton Hood trying to hold the line here. And it's just over curled. So a score of 1 to New Zealand. And that's the final score, 8-1. Another convincing win for Sweden, looking very strong this week.
Yeah, one older game so far. Just one to go.
The reigning champions from Stavanger 2 years ago.
We're trying to lose it too, so we just hit.
A new teammate for Oscar, but he's enjoying his time with Almeida Deval. They have Switzerland left to play, so that could be a really important game for the Swiss. I don't think that's going to come easy, that win for Sweden.
Yeah, it's getting to the crunch time of the round robin now. This section of just got one more game remaining today.
Line's good. Line はいいよ。ウェイトだけだあとは。クリーン。ウォーウォーウォー。Nice.
So England only managed to remove one.
Think that ice is pretty good then.
That looks nice.
Japan come around the corner. Lie two.
Come on. Come on. Anything on it?
Go, 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 go.
Bit of a speed wobble for Ben Fowler there when he came out the hack. And he's left the yellow in the
Sorry,
house.
I just wobbled.
What an opportunity here for Japan with their power play.
Okay,
Really big wobble. I tried to bring it back.
nearly made it.
I mean, she's got to make a really nice roll.
こっちから行くね投げてるから
You got this one?
半分ぐらいに当たればいいか
Well, they were looking at it, so I think it must be close.
Japan just looking to hit this English counter, roll across, lie 3. Really nicely played, great shot.
Wow, that is an excellent roll.
See how much you can see.
Yeah, I haven't got loads of time, have we?
Wow, that is really tightening the screw on England.
Go on if I hit the back one.
That is pretty much, I'd
I think
say,
you got to throw 10.
guaranteeing a score of 3.
10.
Yeah, you got about 2/3.
Okay.
So
Pretty similar to
England
your tick.
looking to hit the back one.
Yeah,
Just a touch.
wider.
I think 10 should be good on your tick.
Happy to lose a 3 and go into the last end 1 down with the hammer,
You've got time.
and they still have a power play. So really they're playing the
sure we get
scoreboard
this.
here by this shot. They could draw around those 2 yellows and force Japan into a much harder shot. But if they were ever to rub off the yellow, it could be a 4.
Straight. Straight. Hard. Hard.
I think you just need to take your medicine here and
Hard.
make sure 1 yellow goes.
Straight. Straight. Straight.
Gets past the guard, gets past the yellows in the
Nice
top of the
shots.
house, does roll in for, I think it's just 3rd shot, so should be an open draw for Japan. That came too close to those yellow stones for England. Imagine if you chipped the corner guard into the house as well.
Oh, no, that wouldn't have been a good result.
I mean, I was close to those 2 instead.
Yeah, didn't miss them by much. But did the job. That's
Sorry, off my shot.
the shot that was called. So a chance for Japan to take the lead.
Just
The
maybe
first
pop
time in
my
the game.
outside out a touch too much. Well, I mean, if we get hit in the next end, gotta go right.
Which side do you want?
I don't know, we've got to score a 2 now. So they don't get center up, right?
Yeah, that's true.
上行っていいよ
いいよ曲がってきた別だけ
上つけ
今曲がってるよ別だけ
Let's check
14
it.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
1, 2,
3
3. Yep.
Yeah.
So there we go. 3 points for
Big wobble on the last.
Team Japan. Big end for them. It's the biggest score of the game so far
Yeah, we've got plenty of time.
in their power play, so that works out well.
Let's
I
go
do
to 2.
think we might see a power play come straight
Yeah,
back
go centre. What
from
do you
England. 1 end to go
Oh, I know,
in this
God.
game here in Aberdeen.
大丈夫
I think a behind air guard works better. But yeah. Yeah.
ガードどう思う
Well, if they go guard, we go round. Or do they go? Like second guard and then I peel.
Then you have to.
Yeah, we should be okay. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
もしさガードしに行ってウィス相手失敗した場合センターとコーナー2つなんですよもう先構えてたらさもう2点パターンになっちゃうからもう1個ガード置くかフリーズかの方がいいと思うんだけど
We go this side.
その後構え行くかガード置くかフリーズ置くかだけどフリーズそうなったら
1 end to go between England and Japan here in Curl Aberdeen. Yuta Matsumura will play the first stone of what is England's power play end now. Japan leads by 1.
ウェイトも良さそう
So how do you approach this end now if you're Japan?
23
兄さん
うん
ラインはいい
Yeah,
ちょっと
Japan can
回りす
either
ぎるかもしれない
go for the
いや
steal,
ストレートでいいよストレートでいい
put the
ストレートで
cover up and go for a steal. or just force England to take their one and go for the extra end with the hammer.
It's exactly the normal guard, so.
Whereas England have to play for their two. So they need to use the cover that's up front, get in behind top tee.
Weight looks pretty good.
Line's big at the moment. Where?
It's good.
Line's really good. Curl.
Touch up.
Okay, go all the way back.
No, we're still top tee, I
Needs
think.
the curl. Hard!
Sorry.
So just slips behind tee, and
Just really slick down there.
Yeah.
really crucial here for England to keep things top of the tee line, not let Japan freeze them.
Could be a very important shot here for Yoshida. To lock this one on, you might more or less take the red stone on the wing out of contention. And you bring all the play into the forfeit, and you limit the scoring area for England, makes it very hard to score more than the single.
ラインはいいよ。ラインで。
ちょっと早い。
ラインはそんな悪くないよ。
8。
こうだ。
All the way through, Anna.
And this one's looking heavy as well. Same 2 ends ago coming this way. At the 6th end, we saw an awful lot of shots coming down back tee.
Yeah, maybe just running a bit quicker, or perhaps just coincidence. So England choosing to peel the centre guard.
Yeah, I would like to have seen them come round the guard, top 4, lie 3, really put the pressure onto Japan.
Good, Ben.
Well, they're thinking that they're lying to at the moment, and the centre guard maybe the most dangerous stone for them.
Nice serve.
Yeah, but one good freeze from Japan could dash the hopes of a 2.
幅一緒。ラインはいいよ。
Ben. What do you like? Peel or?
Line's good.
Yeah, okay.
Line's good. Line's good.
Okay.
Line's good. Nice.
Same again.
So Japan does replace the centre guard.
16。
Yeah, I think we'll see them do that for a couple of stones, and then they can play the dead freeze with their last.
Fairly automatic shot, peeling a centre guard. You don't really expect a mistake
On ours.
on that.
On ours.
Fowler does indeed over curl and runs it back, catching their own stone, leaves a centre guard as well. Big mistake.
At least I know how
Yeah,
to rotate the
crucial
run back
mistake there.
What's the time though?
Pardon?
I guess if we get a piece of this, do we go for it, or are you just gonna? No, you throw the run away.
Some might think, why not jump up and sweep it?
They play the guard.
Right.
Then you've got a
Some
piece
players do feel
No, I think if I've got
a lot more
piece of it,
comfortable when they play the
ちょっと
big weight shots, just
フォーム
to
とタッチが一番いい。
not do that, to have it impede their slide, which is fine.
Well, it's for okay, but just turn.
Gonna go get ready.
And England seem to be rushing a bit. They're worried about the clock.
Yes.
But they've actually got plenty time on the clock.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you would think whatever the last stone's going to be here for England, it's going to be pretty straightforward what the call is.
Just nose.
You want to be careful here where they roll. They don't want to leave a double
Okay.
on the reds for Japan, because that one behind the corner guard is well buried.
Yeah, mistake over curling there, giving Ben Fowler a chance to make up for that mistake.
He's going to have to hold this to get past the guard. All over the front guard now.
Okay.
So 2 errors from Ben Fowler.
Rock just moved so much.
Japan now have an opportunity to really force England to take a 1 at this end.
Unless it's sticking on over.
Oh, sorry.
Taking one's okay, remember?
Japan are taking their time out.
Sorry, that'll be the best time for me. Let's make that next shot.
まあここになっちゃっても悪くないってこと？
I think if they give you the shot for the win, you go for it. Right?
I like that. Because even if you make the perfect art, they got an easy draw for 1, or they might play, they might play something for 2. So I think you want to be sitting 1, 2. I think it's the best.
Yeah, okay.
And her trying the double is.
ガード置いたら相手ここ空いてるからイージーワンでだから2つかな。オッケー。とりあえずワンツーだね。ワンツー取っていくのが大事かな。
So Japan just having a chat with their coach there about where the best place to put this second counter is. They don't want to leave England a double for 2.
Yeah.
But they do want to lie to.
もう一本もらうから。
Let's get time on this.
So coming wider because they want to probably leave this 2 feet off the center line. He's curious if it might be easier to actually play the other turn and curl across the center line, because you're coming to have quite a bit wider here, and it's sometimes a bit slower than the widest part of the sheet, and this one is indeed pulling up short for Matsumura.
But can it guard the shot?
Plan B. I don't think they were playing the guard.
No, they wanted to bring it back to the back of the floor,
Well, it's
back
gotta
8
be,
foot.
hasn't it?
So it has given England an opportunity.
You'll lie easily.
They know this line because Ben came down the same line.
Yours did move, so
Yeah, I can be on it earlier on yours.
yeah.
So for Anna,
I think maybe just wondering if I
gonna
want
have to show
新しい V プロ
her brother how it's done.
Nice.
Nice to see Matsumura smiling.
putting through my rock.
40 seconds left for England,
No,
so
it's not. Sorry.
don't need to rush.
12 seconds.
It's fine.
Straight.
Last stone, 8th bend. For the win here for England, Anna Fowler, Ben Fowler on the sweep.
Close. Close. Straight.
Looks close indeed.
Straight.
Through the port of the guards onto the yellow shot stone, and the shooter will roll not too far. It will hang on. And England scores 2 for the win. Very close game all the way through.
Pretty well played.
Japan scoring 3
Your own stone.
in the 7th end, put the pressure
I
on.
don't know when I threw that.
No.
England had the
I was
I was
advantage.
just focusing so much on not throwing the curly one
Yeah.
until later.
Thank you for the game. Thank you. Thank you.
So final score, 7-6 for England over Japan. Oh, what a cracking final. And David Ramsey Rambo, very happy with that result.
Anna nailed it on the last one. I even threw her stone.
I had to throw his rock for that.
It's a better stone. I know.
So,
Yeah.
Yuta Matsumura, of course,
The one coming this way.
a bit devastated. The week isn't going quite the way they were hoping for Team Japan. Lost the first 2 games, then it seemed like they had built some momentum with 3 straight wins. But with this loss against England, it is another straight 3 losses with only 1 game left to play, and that is Norway.
Well, we've still got another game to win. So.
England will have Estonia left to play later today.
Thank you.
Anna.
So we see the scoreboard. England had that 3-point lead coming into half-time. Started to slip away, but they got there in the end. Taking a look at the second half highlights, 5th end. It was a chance for Team Japan to draw for 2. Yuta Matsumura needing full forfeit. Even has a bit of backing on an England stone, which is quite happy to use. Just resting onto that red counter, and Japan scores 2 to try and get back in the game. In the 6th end, seemingly England lying 1. Anna Fowler trying to draw for 2, but there is certainly not much room in there. Ben Fowler maybe just a bit hot on the broom. In the end, just runs a little deep, doesn't curl in there for the 2nd point. England with the single, and Japan using their power play in the 7th end. A wonderful hit and roll by Yurika Yoshida in behind the corner, setting up the end. Yuta Matsumura having a very simple job of drawing almost anywhere in the house for the 3 points. Of course, no problem from the cool, calm and collected Matsumura. 3 points on the board. 1 end to play. England using their power play. Japan had the chance to split the rings and lie 2. Comes up short. Gets 2nd prize and halfway guards their shot stone, but Anna Fowler sees enough to try and chase. And she does much better than try. She'll make the shot in wonderful fashion. Hit and stick to score 2 and a win for England. 7-6 final score.
Team England, many congratulations. It was a very defensive game. Was that part of your game plan?
No, I think we were just trying to stick with what we knew, which was round the centre, getting into the forefoot and closing the forefoot down when they had hammer, and then opening it up when we had hammer. So.
Yeah, and I think just trying to manage the scoreboard, and I think we did that pretty well until the 7th end.
Yeah, and Japan's power play, they scored big. The momentum swung a wee bit in the game. What was your thoughts going into that 8th end with your power play?
Yeah, I think we were reasonably confident that we could pull out the bag in the last end. A 2 in a power play is not rare. It was unfortunate I missed a few shots, but Anna came through and played an amazing shot in the last to win it. So.
And Anna, how is it playing with your brother? Any family squabbles?
I mean, there's a few, but generally he's pretty good.
Well, many congratulations. Great performance today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
So we see the ice crew now out to prepare for the next session, but we had some big drama elsewhere this morning. It was Norway-USA, a huge comeback on the cards for Norway. But after a slight mistake on Magnus Nedergotten's last stone, left a nice pocket for Joe Polo to draw into. And that stone in jail, nowhere to go. No chance to play a hit. So for Kristin Moen-Skaslund, all she can really do is try and outdraw that stone. The pin just barely visible. Tied game here, 7-7. You can see the score on the back. How Norway came back strong after giving up a 5-ender in the third. So this was just moments ago. Looks very close. And as you can see, that one finding the side button. That was an important win for Norway, and just an incredible draw to finish that game off. What a tipsy-turvy game. Norway with an unlikely comeback to win 8-7. So here are all the results this morning. China beating Finland 10-7. We had our feature game, England-Japan, end up with an England win. Switzerland with a huge score of 4 in the 7th end in their power play. That was enough to see the game out, 8-5 win. And as we just saw, Norway edging off USA 8-7. Sweden with another strong win, looking very scary for all the teams out there. 8-1 final score. So taking a look at the standings, you see why that was so important to Magnus Nedergotten, that last stone against USA, because that means they are qualified. That means they're in the Olympics and in with a chance to win the gold. For Switzerland, New Zealand and USA, they are just behind. So this is going to be a very exciting day later on when they play their last session. So thank you so much for joining us this morning here in Aberdeen. We have lots of drama left today. It's going to be a very, very exciting day of curling. So whatever you do, don't go anywhere. Quit your job, whatever you need to do to join our stream. It's been lovely having you. See you later.